What up, YouTube? It's Noisy Truck Guy, and it's Tuesday. Yeah! So, it's Tuesday, unseasonable weather again this week. And I'm going to water-fed pole today, and it's going to be sweet. I am going to be using, not my seatbelt. I'm not wearing a seatbelt today to piss Tim off. Tim Huber doesn't like the fact that I don't wear a seatbelt sometimes. So, I'm not wearing one on purpose today. I'm going to be using my Timberwolf today. My Xero Timberwolf. The Luke the window cleaner pole. So, I don't know. Everyone knows. I like sim poles. Good poles. Philip is not my friend anymore. I'm gonna use the Timberwolf because I think the Timberwolf's a good pole. It's a really good pole. I've had it for, I don't know, several months now. I've been using it off and on, switching back and forth between the Timberwolf and the sim pole. It's been in some videos, not too many, but I haven't given a review on it yet, so I'm going to kind of not so much do a review today. This is a vlog, but I'm going to be using the Timberwolf, so just to kind of give people an idea what I think about the pole in comparison, and I don't know, maybe steer people in a direction that they may have not been, or may have, if you're on the fence about buying a Timberwolf, maybe this will push you over the edge. I don't know. We'll see. But, yeah, so this will kind of be like a day with the Timberwolf. Who buys V6 fucking Mustangs? Who buys them? Who fucking buys them? Who buys a fucking V6 Mustang? Son of a bitch! Okay, now that I've got that all back under control. It was a Mentos moment. Who buys a fucking V6 Mustang? Who does that? I don't understand, man. I don't understand. Just buy a fucking Ford Focus or a Fusion. Who buys a V6 Mustang? Who does that? Buy a fucking V8. I mean, you could have bought a Camaro. A V6 Mustang's better than a fucking V8 fucking Camaro. So there's that. I'll give you that. But a V6 Mustang? Come on, dude. So I'm going to be rocking the Timberwolf today. It's a good pole. It's kind of like a 3-in-1 pole, actually, which is kind of cool. It's got a cheater pole in the end of it, so if you want to water-fed pole things at like chest level, with your hand, it's got a little cheater pole that comes in the top of it, or you could break it down into a trad pole. So if you need a trad pole, it can also double as a trad pole, and of course it's got all the other sections, so you can use it as a water-fed pole. So that's not bad. I'll have to find out exactly what the, I'm going to research it, and then I'm going to put it right here, how long the pole is, actual length. So, but it's a nice pole. It's a pretty durable pole, too. So, some of the things I don't like about water-fed poles are the clamps. This one doesn't have the revamped Xero clamp with the gaps in the clamp bodies, so they bite the pole better. It does not have those on it, but it doesn't have a lot of wear, so it hasn't started moving on me yet, and I haven't had to adjust too much to stop it from moving. But I would like to get the new clamps for it, just have them because I like things. No, but I like things that work well. And this pole, as much as I've used it, it's a nice pole, man. It's one of those bang for your bucks because you're getting everything with it. Just like all the other Xero poles. The Xero poles, you're going to get a water-fed pole, but you're also going to get a trad pole built right into it. You're getting both. You don't have to go out and buy another trad pole. And I can tell you from my personal experience that the Xero Trad 12, in my opinion, is the best carbon fiber trad pole on the market. It's just the best one. With those new clamps, it's just the best. It's just the best one. It's the right length. And it's the right price. It's a good pole, and you're gonna have it for a long time as long as you're not an idiot and leave it somewhere. Now, the Timberwolf pole, the trad pole on it, and the one on the micro are a little bit different in length. I think I'm fairly certain it's a little bit. Luke's pole is I call it Luke's pole because it's got Luke on it. So, and he had a lot of input. So, I think it's a little bit longer. So, but either way, you're getting everything with this. You're not getting just one thing, you're getting everything. You're getting a water-fed pole, and you're getting a trad pole, all built into one, and a cheater pole. So, if you want to do low work with your water-fed pole, you can. Instead of using a 900 fucking feet section, you can just look this long cheater pole. It's built into the pole. You don't need to buy a fucking pack that with a name attached to it, like super ultra awesome pack. None of that shit. You just buy a pole, you get a brush and some hose, good to go. You don't need a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle holster. You don't need a bunch of French ticklers. It's just a pole, a good solid pole for a good price. And you're going to get it in like 5 minutes. Chris is going to get your order, and then it's going to come there in like 5 minutes. So, and everything about what we do in business is needing it right now. And if you can get things shipped to you quickly, that's the best thing. I know people like to balk at windowcleaner.com's prices, but you're getting the stuff super, super fast. But they've also gone to great lengths to try and mend any kind of issues we've had with them in the past, and they didn't need to. So this is just a little tip of the hat, to them, because they're what really set it for me, besides the trad poles. When they sent us the trad pole, like, listen, we heard the podcast, here's a carbon fiber trad pole, tell us what you think. That was awesome. But really, when it really dawned on me, it's like, man, these guys are really paying attention, is when they changed up the clamps. They like almost instantly upgraded the clamps with some feedback. Like, hey, you might want to check this out. And they took that advice, they used it, and now the clamps work awesome. So, that right there shows me you gotta be, in this business, you got to be listening to the customer. We all know that. You got to listen to the customer to make the customer happy. And I think these guys have actually gotten it. Like, listen, we need to, with our line of tools, we need to think about what we're doing, and boom. So, hopefully they start making traditional tools and shit, too. That'd be cool. I know they've got a bucket on a belt now, which is solid as shit. I use the Xero silencer, like, every fucking moment of my window cleaning life. So, and it's solid. I've not had a single issue with it in the year that I've had it. Not one issue. So, again, quality, it's quality shit. And this is probably turned into a Xero video really, really quick. It's me giving Alex and Chris hand jobs at the same time. At the same time. So, nah, they're good dudes, and they're good poles. I've had the Timberwolf for several months, and Jason Lehman, one of my podcast listeners, a good friend of mine, and a group member, had mentioned, he's like, hey man, because I'm giving away, because I've got some extra poles. I've given away my Xero poles. I've got a gold pole, and I've got a couple other trad poles. I want just, not for money or nothing, just because I feel like they're just going to waste. I've got the Timberwolf, I got the Excalibur, I got a Sim 22. That's good for now, because I'm not. I mean, if something new comes out, I definitely like to try it out and give you guys my input on it to see what you think about it. So I'm just giving some things away, and Mark's getting my gold pole. So I wanted to make sure that I got this video done, because it's not like I didn't want to do it, or I just honestly I forgot, and I just want to do this video today, kind of reviewing the Timberwolf and telling you guys what I think of it. So there's that. I'm probably gonna splice this all up. I've been bumping my gums for like 12 minutes, which I do a lot of. I might end up just using this as the commentary over top of the video footage, just to make it shorter. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. I don't know. Who gives a fuck, right? But I'm going to go in here. I've got a restaurant I got to do this morning. Got an invoice to turn in. And I'm going to get downtown and get some water-fed pole work done, so you guys can check it out. Tell me, that way you guys will find out what I think about it. And, whatever's whatever. Like it or leave it. Fuck it. my Timberwolf all broken down here. This is the cheater pole here. Very handy. This is the bottom section of the pole of the Timberwolf. Here's the timber trad. Pretty sweet pole, man. You can tell Luke and Chris, Alex put a lot of thought into this pole. It's a really nice pole. I like it. Pretty sweet, snazzy pole. With a lot of thought put into this. I can't compare it to my Sim 22 because I don't think that's a fair comparison because the Sim 22 section lengths are different. I would say the closest thing I have to this is the Excalibur. It's just, I'd say, on par stiffness with the Excalibur. It's lighter for sure. It's definitely lighter, but you know, there's drawbacks between the two materials. But I mean, you know, if you're looking for, you know, Xero is more your speed, this is a great pole, man. Pole that was designed by Window Cleaner, so you know, it's pretty badass, man. I think now they got the new revamp clamps on them, so you're good, you're safe there. But yeah, it's a sweet pole, man. I like it. Super sweet, man. All right, so that was some Timberwolf for you. I'd like to thank Chris and Alex over at windowcleaner.com and Luke for hooking me up with the Timberwolf to test out and review and give my feedback on. I think it's a really nice pole. It's got some interesting features on it, like the cheater pole at the top for some chest level work. I really like that. It has a built-in trad pole, which is also very nice. And of course, you know, I'm thinking it's like I think it's 30 feet somewhere around in there. Foot pole, like actual length. It's pretty nice. If you're looking for like an all-arounder pole, like something that'll do everything, that's it right there. You're gonna get a trad pole with it. You got a cheater pole at the end, and then of course you got 30 foot of reach overall. So it does everything. And when I say it's got a trad pole built in, I mean that, you know, it's designed that when you pull it apart, that section, those three sections are for traditional work. So I don't think you can go wrong with this pole. It's of course it's not comparable to my Sim 22, as I said. The Sim 22 sections are like 3.7, and these are longer. This is more it'd be fair to compare this to the Excalibur and rigidity because of the section lengths. And that being said, they're almost even on the section lengths. I mean, they're closer, you know. I mean, the rigidity is comparable to the Excalibur. I mean, it's not the same material, and I think the Excalibur is a little, maybe a few inches longer per section. But it's a nice pole nonetheless. It's a really nice pole from Xero. It's pretty slick. And plus, if you're a fan of Luke, I mean, you got Luke's face on it. You can't go wrong there. So, and it's got his input involved, so which is really cool too. So, go to windowcleaner.com, get you a Xero pole, preferably a Timberwolf. You know, so I'm anxious to see where Chris and Alex go next with their line of water-fed poles. It should be pretty interesting. I know they've revamped the clamps, so I'm anxious to see, because I speak to Chris, you know, a couple of times a month, and I'm anxious to see if anything that I've said to him, or things that he's learned from other window cleaners will be implemented in his poles in 2020. So that's something to look forward to. Wednesday night, we've got Lewis Coatney from the PWMCA coming on. That's live on our YouTube channel, so make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. That'll tell you when we go live. It's also free on iTunes and Podbean if you're an Android user. So, it'd behoove you to come on and check it out. We're going to give away some tickets to the PWMCA Expo in, I think it's February. So come on, hang out with us, talk to Lewis. Maybe you have some questions for Lewis about the PWMCA. I think I'm saying that right. The PWMCA. Yeah, I think I'm saying that right. You can come on, ask him some questions live. He'll answer them for you. We'll give away some tickets to their show. And if you want to be super cool, you can go to www.patreon.com/Squeegee Life, and you can become a Patreon member and become one of the ordered. We've got some cool membership cards that are coming out now. We got some cool stuff coming in the spring for just exclusively for Patreon members. Mark and I do live videos and the exclusive for patrons only group. We do Facebook live videos in there. That's just for those guys. You get discounts on Squeegee Life gear, the whole 9 yards, and you get to be one of the cool kids. So we got some super sweet plans for the Patreon guys this year. So I'm stoked about that. But if you could subscribe and like this video, that'd be sweet. I'd really appreciate it. I know Luke and Xero and the guys over at windowcleaner.com, I know they would really appreciate your feedback and what you guys think about the Timberwolf. And I will see you guys Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Squeegee Life podcast. I hope y'all dig it. And peace. Thanks for watching.
Excuse me, I made a mistake, but it's not like that. It's a reality. It's not everything works. It just not everything works. It just
especially when you're in a meeting.
I pooped my pants once.
Yeah.
My sphincter didn't work.